Greetings, human life forms. I'm the Meister. Welcome back to yet another prediction video. Today we'll be doing the Baltimore Ravens. Real quick before we get into this, I've made a prediction video for basically every single team except for the Cleveland Browns, which will be coming out either tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how things work out. But yeah, I've made a prediction video for the rest of those teams. There'll be a playlist at the end of the video of all the other prediction videos if you want to get yourself caught up on them. Of course, I'll be making the Browns prediction video, like I mentioned, and I'll make a playoff and Super Bowl prediction video as well. The site that I'm using is playoffpredictors.com. If you have not heard of it, it is a great site that you can use for your predictions on sports teams throughout the season, using all the tiebreaker methods and everything. So if you want to use it for yourself, link is in the description below, as well as all of my social media stuff in the description below, as well as my Twitch that I do stream on from time to time. Link will also be in the description below as well. So the Baltimore Ravens have a pretty decent defense. I don't think it'll be as good as the past couple of years, but it'll be very similar the past couple of years. One of the best cornerback duos in the entire league, Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey there at cornerback. So yeah, it's a very solid defense overall for that Ravens team. Offensively for the Ravens, it could be very good this year, as it has been the past couple of years. Running game should be as good as ever. This year, there's no reason why they would be any worse this year. Receiving wise, they did pick up Sammy Watkins from the Kansas City Chiefs, so we'll see how well he works with this Ravens offense this year. And then, of course, they still got Marquise Brown and the good old reliable Mark Andrews. So, yeah, this is going to be a very interesting prediction video. So, let's get into it. Starting off week 1 at Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Monday Night Football, the first Monday Night Football game of the season. Raiders defense is really bad. So I'm gonna go Ravens week 1. I think the Raiders on offense can score some points, but yeah, the Ravens will win that game easily. Week 2. A big game on Sunday Night Football, hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. A huge game there, week 2, very early in the season. Chiefs don't have as good as a defense as the Baltimore Ravens, but they still got a pretty good one. It's pretty good, not too crazy, but it's still pretty good. I think. Offensively for the Chiefs, should be one of the best in the entire league this year, as it normally is, like the past 3-4 years. They have arguably the best quarterback in the entire league, Patrick Mahomes. They have the best tight end in the entire league, Travis Kelce. Top 3 wide receiver in Tyreek Hill. And a below-average running back in Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So we'll see how the running game is this year for the Chiefs, but I'm gonna go Chiefs here in a shootout. I think the Chiefs will get the better of the Ravens there week 2. Week 3 at Detroit to take on the Lions. Yeah, Ravens will win that game. Week 4 away at Denver to take on the Broncos. This is a tough game because I absolutely love this Broncos team, but the one issue that everyone else has with it is the quarterback situation. Because Drew Lock ain't that good last time I saw him play on the field, and neither is Teddy Bridgewater. So that's a big issue for me. Other than that, the rest of the offense is pretty solid, and that defense looks absolutely amazing for this season, as long as injuries don't happen, but they always do, so. But I'm going to go Ravens just because of that quarterback situation. If they had their quarterback situation figured out, I would be going Broncos all day in this game week 4. But I cannot trust the Broncos offense. So I'm going to go Ravens there week 4. Week 5, hosting the Indianapolis Colts, another team with a pretty solid defense, very similar to the Ravens defense. Pretty good there. They got DeForest Buckner, the big D lineman, there for the defense. Offensively for the Indianapolis Colts, Carson Wentz at quarterback, which is the big story. If either he'll play as bad as he did last year, or if he's gonna play as good as he did in his MVP-like season with Frank Reich in Philadelphia, we'll see. Or if it's going to be somewhat in the middle, kind of be like a Derek Carr or something. But we'll see. Again, it's another quarterback issue for me. It's another quarterback issue. And plus the Ravens are at home, so. Week 6, hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers defense could definitely get better this season, especially with a guy by the name of Derwin James coming back after a injury-plagued season. I don't even think he stepped on the field at all last year. But defense for the Chargers should definitely be better this year. Offensively for the Chargers should be pretty darn good. They have Austin Eckler at running back. Great receiving back there for the Chargers. They have the reigning rookie offensive player of the year in Justin Herbert. They have a solid wide receiver duo with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. So that's a pretty solid team there, the Chargers. I'm going to go Ravens because Ravens have solidified themselves as more of a playoff team than the Chargers have. So I'm going to go Ravens there, week 6. Week 7, hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't think this one is even worth talking about. I'm going to go Ravens there, week 7. Going into the bye week with a 6-1 record. Coming out of the bye, hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings, another team with a defense that got riddled with injuries last season. So it could definitely be better this season. So Vikings fans are probably most definitely looking forward to that this year. Offensively for the Vikings, I think can be really good, like potentially top 10 offense, with Kirk Cousins handing the ball off to Dalvin Cook, one of the best running backs in the entire league. And then you have one of the best wide receiver duos in the entire league with Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, which looks like a pretty scary duo moving forward. But I'm going to go Ravens week 9. Again, I mean, I can't really trust that Vikings defense 100%. But yeah, I'm going to go Ravens there week 9. Week 10 at Miami to take on the Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. Dolphins defensively is a really good defense, but it could quickly become a really bad defense depending on what happens with the Xavier Howard situation. Because we know he's requested a trade, so it's looking like he's not going to be a Dolphin this season, but only time will tell. Offensively for the Dolphins, their running game could definitely be better this year. That's one thing they're looking to improve on, as well as the quarterback situation with Tua Tagovailoa, seeing if he could take a step in his second year. Dolphins keep posting videos of him throwing bombs to players. There's only 2 bombs, and I know he's already had like a mouthful of interceptions so far in training camp, which no one is talking about, of course. But I'm going to go Ravens week 10. It's Tua's a big problem for me there, and as well as that Xavier Howard situation. So I'm going to go Ravens there week 10. Week 11 at Chicago to take on the Bears. Bears coming off their bye. Defensively, it's another defense similar to the Ravens. Very good, just well-rounded group. They did lose Kyle Fuller to the Denver Broncos, but they still got a lot of depth over there at defense. Most notably Khalil Mack, the big star that came out of Buffalo. I don't know if you knew that, but he played in Buffalo in college. That's right. For once, I'm not wearing a Bills shirt, so it's kind of irrelevant. But I do have this. I have this to prove it. That and my slightly biased Bills prediction. But Anyways, offensively for the Bears, it's another quarterback issue for me. Whether it's going to be Andy Dalton or Justin Fields, God knows. I'm going to go Ravens week 11. Like, you look at all the quarterback situations. Broncos have a quarterback situation. Colts could potentially have a really bad quarterback. Lions, same there. Dolphins, Tua, seeing if he can improve. The Bears, it's like 5 wins there. Week 12, hosting the Cleveland Browns. Now, as I look on the left side of my screen, I see 2 very interesting records between the Browns and Ravens. I've not finished either of them yet, obviously, because I'm doing the Ravens right here. And I haven't made a Browns prediction video, but I have done all but 2 of their games already. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. You guys know how good I cannot talk in these videos anymore. I don't know what it is. I just can't talk in these videos. But the Browns, you guys know how much I've loved the Browns this offseason. I think they could have a top 5 offense this year with one of the best running back duos in the entire league with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They have a really good wide receiver duo in Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry. And they have a quarterback that is looking to improve, Baker Mayfield. And defensively, they're even pairing up Myles Garrett with Jadeveon Clowney. That's going to be an insane edge threat there. And then in the secondary, you got John Johnson, a really good safety who they picked up from the Los Angeles Rams. And then they also, of course, they still got Denzel Ward at corner. So the Browns are just a stacked team, in my opinion. But I'm going to go Ravens there, week 12 in a huge game. Week 13 at Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Steelers defense, pretty solid. I mean, it's not going to be as good as it was last year because they did lose a couple guys. But it should still be a top half of the league defense. Offensively for the Steelers should be fairly similar. They got a rookie running back in Najee Harris. They have a work-in-progress offensive line and 2 wide receivers by the name of Deontay Johnson and Juju Smith-Schuster looking to, first, not drop a ball, and 2, making a Pro Bowl. So we'll see how the receivers do this year for the Steelers. I am going to go Pittsburgh here in a kind of an upset based on this insane record that the Ravens currently have. It's like Lamar's MVP season again. But week 14 in a huge game at Cleveland to take on the Browns. Browns coming off their bye week. The Browns are going to split with the Ravens and beat the Ravens there week 14. Huge game, huge game. Week 15, hosting the Green Bay Packers in another, it should be a big game. Packers defense, pretty solid. Their run defense is an issue for me in this game. Offensively, though, for the Packers, should be one of the best in the entire league. They have Aaron Jones at running back. He was a 1,000-yard rusher last season. They have receivers Davante Adams and Randall Cobb, who they just traded for the other day. And of course, we still have Marquez Valdez-Scantling there as well. Now, Robert Tonyan, he's proven to be a really good tight end. And then you got Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, who just won MVP, so he'll be spectacular. Well, at least he should be this season. But the run defense for the Packers is what kills me here. That's what's killing me here. Oh my god. I'm going to go Ravens. I'm going to go Ravens there, week 15. I'm going to go Ravens. Week 16 at Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Yeah, Ravens will win that game, week 16. Week 17, hosting the Los Angeles Rams. Rams one of the best defenses in the entire league. It should be no different this year. Offensively for the Rams, they did lose Cam Akers, so they no longer have a number one running back. So they either have to pray a guy in that roster can step up, or they're going to have to look in free agency for a temporary replacement for Cam Akers. Quarterback, you got Matthew Stafford at quarterback. They got him from the Lions in a trade. Receiver position, they got Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, and they even have Deshaun Jackson too. Like, no one's talking about Deshaun Jackson, but they do have Deshaun Jackson. So, oh man. It's tough. I think I'm gonna go Rams week 17. Now, before you go crazy and talk to me, if you've seen the Rams prediction video, I predicted them to lose to the Ravens. But since then, mine's changed. I'm going to go Rams week 17 over the Baltimore Ravens. Week 18 to wrap up the season, hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to go Ravens there week 18 to wrap up this season with a 13-4 record, a pretty solid playoff caliber team here. Ravens looking for that AFC North title, but you have to wait for the next prediction video and the almost finale of predictions. The Cleveland Browns prediction video, that will be coming out probably next week. So we'll see who wins the AFC North next week. If you guys enjoyed this video, a like will be greatly appreciated. If you're looking forward to the last couple prediction videos, subscribing and turning on the bell would help you so you do not miss when I upload another prediction video. And with that, I don't have much else to say except Lifeforms out.